Draußen mag es geregnet haben, hier im Pressezelt ist es eigentlich ganz schön schwül warm. Und hier ging gerade vor 2 Minuten die Listening-Session von CYNIC zu Ende, die im Oktober, am 27. Oktober ein neues Album rausbringen werden, das heißt Traced in Air. Und ja, die Jungs waren ganz lange weg. Und deshalb werden wir uns jetzt mal unterhalten mit Paul und Sean von CYNIC. Hi guys.
Hello.
It took a while for you to come back, so please, in a nutshell, why now? Why not earlier?
Well, we've been busy meditating.
Okay, to find your inner peace, it's important, of course.
No, well, we've been busy working as musicians, and we decided it was time to make a new album just because we did a reunion tour last year, and it went so well that we had a lot of energy and fire from that, and we just went home and wrote a record and decided to make it happen. It didn't feel honest before then. It didn't feel like it would have been an honest thing to do. So it was one of those things that it took this long for us to make the full circle, to come back into the scene.
So yeah. That's a mental attitude thing. Since '94, you were not. It would not have been right.
Right.
What would have made an earlier reunion wrong?
Nothing, other than just it was just happened to be last year. You know.
Okay.
Just that's how it worked out.
Good. Of course, you must have changed a lot in the press conference. You mentioned that you were teenagers back then when you started out, basically. So you matured as persons, as musicians. So from your inner perspective, what changed in the CYNIC performance and style, or the songwriting since then, in your own mind?
Well, I think just life experience can only contribute to how you relate to the world. So 15 years of living in the world and being human, you're going to be in a different place than you were 15 years ago. And I like to think sometimes we make our decisions, but sometimes the universe makes them for us. And this is kind of the case with this record.
So the sum total of life experience, does it make up for better lyrics, or is it even the songwriting, the notes you play?
Well, it's even the notes you don't play, that are important. And
it's just one of those things where we've been informed by doing the craft of songwriting for a long time, and you get better at it. Like anything, it's a skill, and I feel like we're better at articulating ourselves through the language of music after all these years. It's more refined.
Okay, so can one say that the new album is because of that not a continuation of the last one, because the refinement period and learning period was so long, so it's basically a Mark II version?
Well, it's interesting that after the record was written and we listened to the first album and then the second album, it really made sense. It doesn't sound like completely different. It's like it sounds like a natural progression. And had we made the album in '94, it wouldn't have made sense. So it really seems to have taken this long for us to have the perspective, like from here, to be able to see what we were trying to do and understand the language on multiple levels. So, but it's just the nature of any person living their life. You hopefully think better when you get older, and I think we think better now. I hope so.
And probably you play better too, and you're better business-wise. And
You'd like to think so. You'd like to think so.
Okay. Let's talk about the live situation. It's pretty obvious that what you guys do is not four to the floor pop rock. Rock and roll music, and you played the Wacken today. So is that actually festival music? What would you say?
I think we have some festival songs, and then I think we have songs that require a little bit more of a different kind of opening, not necessarily bombastic beer obliviousness, but more kind of just surrender, a little bit more of a state of surrender from the audience. And just definitely requires more energy with listening, but I think it's one of those kinds of music where you can, as long as people hear distorted guitars and an intense groove or some kind of pretty up-tempo thing, you're fine, you know, no matter how complex it is.
Okay, but still you will never play a whole album live, because there's so many aspects that would not fit the festival situation.
Well, curiously, we played probably the most unorthodox song on our record, which was our instrumental Textures, which is primarily clean guitars, and it's very jazzy and mellow, and which normally would be something you would think wouldn't be wise for a festival, but it probably got one of our best responses today.
Okay.
And I think it's maybe part of CYNIC's motto is to just, you know, it's to kind of put together the opposites, you know.
And surprise people too.
Sure, yeah. Challenge people.
Will you guys check out the rest of the festival now that you're here and
Yeah,
you're basically
of course.
done? Any bands you want to see?
Opeth tonight.
Oh, that's similar. And there's another listening session starting here, so I think we have to finish this here. So thank you, gentlemen, and have a good day at Wacken.
Thank you.